This video describes how to upload information in the BCH using the Submissions Common Format. This common format is used to create submissions from parties, other governments, or relevant organizations in response to notifications issued by the Secretariat. Submissions is a reference record. That means that the information submitted through this online format can be created by any registered user. However, it is the responsibility of the Secretariat to verify the accuracy and completeness of the submitted record prior to its publication. Therefore, submissions can be published by the Secretariat only. The first thing you need to do is sign in to the Submit page with your registered BCH user account. Once you do that, you will see your dashboard. I'm signed in as a regular user. I see contact records, which are accessible and viewable to all types of users, and I only see reference records. I do not see national records, which are records that are published by governments. To add a new record, a submissions record, simply click on the submissions record type or on the list icon next to it. And then on the page that opens, click on the Add New button. Or from your dashboard, click on the Add New Record icon next to the submissions record type. And this will open the page where you create your submission. What you see is the introduction part, which explains the purpose of this online format. Click on the submission form. The submission form is the main part of the submission process, as this is where you enter the required information and complete different fields. It is recommended to click on the Save Draft button periodically during the submission process. The submission form consists of sections and fields within each section that you need to complete. Please note that the fields that are marked with the red asterisk are mandatory. That means you will not be able to submit the record for publication if you do not complete them. The language of the publication is selected by default. This is the language of application, in this case English. However, you may choose to change it, or you may choose to enter the information in the submission form in several languages. For example, let's from the drop-down list select Spanish. As you can see, additional entry boxes appear that allow you to enter the information in the respective language. Let's deselect Spanish and complete the information in English. In the submission form, please provide the following information. If you are submitting a record on behalf of a government, select your country from the drop-down list. If you are submitting a record on behalf of an organization, select your organization from the list by clicking on the Add Records button. Once you click on the Add Records button, you see this pop-up box, which shows you all the organizations that have been published and exist in the Biosafety Clearinghouse. All Records tab shows all the organizations. If you click on My Records, this will show the organizations that were created by you. However, in this case, there are no records found. You can use the free search text box to search for an organization. Type a word or an acronym and click on Search. You can also click on the organization to preview its content. Once you found the organization you were looking for, simply click on the checkbox here and then on the Select button, and the organization will be added to the main submission form. But what do you do if you do not find the organization you were looking for? Well, in that case, you can create it online. Click on the Add Records button and then click on Create Biosafety Organization. And then click on the submission form. What you see in front of you is the submission form for Biosafety Organization record type. Complete the fields, then click on Publish, and then since organizations is a reference record, you will see Request Publication button. So click on Request Publication and the record will be sent to the Secretariat for publication. The record will be added to the submission form, but it will have draft status. Once it's published by the Secretariat, the status will change to published. And then after that, you can continue creating the submission. You do not have to leave the form. You can continue with submitting all the fields and then send your submission to the Secretariat for publication. As an example, let's select a country. Then please enter the title of the submission. Again, this is just an example. Then please enter the date of the submission. You can select the date by clicking on the calendar icon right here. If you're not sure how to use the calendar, click on this question mark and you will see a very short, about 10-second video that will explain how to use the calendar pop-up box. After that, please select the notification that you are replying to. To do so, in the related notifications section, click on the Add Records. And a pop-up box opens that shows you all the notification, all CPT notifications. So you have to find the notification that you're replying to. To find the notification, you can simply scroll through the records, or you can use the free search text box here to find the notification. You can use the number of the notification, or you can type a word. For example, I'm looking for a notification about the detection and notification of LMOs. Click search. And this is the notification that I was looking for. You can click on notification to preview its content. Once you found the notification, click on the checkbox and on the select button, and the notification will be added right here. After that, please, in the thematic area, select the thematic area. In the Documents section, upload the document being submitted and the endorsement letter signed by the national focal point or the head of the organization respectively to accompany your submission. You can also add a link if you wish. You can enter additional information. Boxes where you have to type information offer you rich text formatting options that allow you to make your text appear more attractive. For example, let's bold and italicize this section. The Notes section is for personal use only. Information entered in notes can be seen only when the record is being edited, when the record is in the draft mode. It will not be seen once the record is published. Once done, click on the Review button at the bottom or the Review button at the top to review the information you have entered. What I want to show you is what happens if you forget to submit a mandatory field. For example, let's go to the submission form and remove this part. When you click on Review, the review will show you an error message and it will point to the field that you have forgotten to complete. In this case, title of the submission. Simply click on the field and the system will take you to that field, complete it, then click on Review again and you will see that your document is valid. Once you've finished entering the information, click on Publish and then on Request Publication button. A pop-up box opens that allows you to write a message that will accompany your request. This message will be sent to the Secretariat. Once done, click on Send Request. As a result, the request for publication has been sent to the Secretariat. The record now has pending approval status. If you go to your dashboard, you will also see this pending request section. This section shows the record that you've just created, that I have just created, and it shows us it's pending Secretariat review and approval. Please note that once a publication request is sent to the Secretariat, you will no longer be able to edit the record. You will only be able to cancel it. There are two ways to cancel the record or the request for publication. You can click on the record from the dashboard and then click on the Cancel Request button right here. Or find the record from the list of records. You can see that here's the record type submissions. There's one record pending approval. You can click on the icon, the number icon here, or you can click on the record or the list icon here. Let's click on the number icon here. And then click on the Cancel Request button right here next to the record that is pending approval. Please note that the canceled record will not disappear entirely from the database. It will remain, but it will have the draft status. The Secretariat has reviewed and published my record. Please note that once your record is published by the Secretariat, you will be notified by email. The email will come from the Biosafety Clearinghouse. Your record will change its status from pending approval to published. For example, I have signed in to the Submit page and this is my dashboard. The first thing I see is that the Pending Request section has disappeared and there is a published record appearing in the Published column. The Submissions record type. Let's click on this number icon. And then on the page that opens, I can see that the record that I have just created, the submission I've created, and has been published by the Secretariat has published status. To find your record in the search interface, from the search drop-down box, click on Submissions to Notifications and your record will appear on this page. You can also use the sub-filters on the right side to search for any submissions to the notifications that are related to the Cartagena Protocol on biosafety. Thank you.